So I was on Crunchyroll and seeing an anime that I watched quite a while ago. I remember this being a weird anime, so I decided to do the smart thing and make a video on it. This anime is actually completed and only spanning across 16 episodes. Since it's not that long to finish, you can actually binge it. But before any of that, let me tell you about the story. The story starts off with a girl named Rachel waking up in a room alone. She starts looking for her parents and starting to remember that she went to a hospital, but she's currently not in one. She was supposed to be in the hospital for counseling because she's seen some people get killed. She then gets on the elevator and the elevator announces that the girl who just entered has been made a sacrifice. Now, while listening to the announcement, this leaves Rachel confused. When the elevator opens up, she enters a strange area that is referred to as a play area. While walking around, she ends up running into a crazy guy who tells her she has 3 seconds before he's gonna rip her apart. So she obviously starts to run. So now she's trying to get away from the seemingly deranged killer. Doesn't matter though because he finds her because she was fixing a bird. If you're wondering what I mean by that, I'll explain later. For now, she takes the elevator in order to get away from the killer. When the elevator opens back up, she continues to run before she's stopped by a man who was supposedly Dr. Denny, the man who was supposed to be giving her counseling. Rachel doesn't seem to fully trust him, but she does tell him that she's being chased and they should be running. Dr. Denny says she has nothing to worry about though, because the guy won't come to this floor, so they can take their time and look for an exit. Now, while Rachel and Danny are walking, they start talking and Danny starts to say some suspicious things. Rachel does notice that and tries to question him about it, but before she can, he changes the subject. It gets worse even when he starts talking about Rachel's eyes and how he wished he had eyes like hers, since he has a false eye. He then says that he wants Rachel to help him look for something and tell her to look in the back room. When she enters the back room, she sees nothing but eyeballs and jars, and then he comes in and tells her that she found what he was looking for, being the eyes in a jar. He tells her to wait outside so he can put one of the false eyes in, and he tells her not to try to run or she'll regret it. Now, while Danny is putting his false eye in, Rachel tries to leave but the door is locked. Rachel sees the crowbar and forces the door open, but it's too late because Danny is right behind her. He then says that he can't let her leave the floor because then he won't be able to reach her. He also tells her that he's sad because for some reason, she lost her memories because she doesn't know who he is or herself for that matter. He also tells her that there is a reason that she's here in the first place. She pleads with Danny to let her go so she can find her parents. Danny tells her not to worry though because he'll send her straight to where they at, because they're in hell. This sends Rachel into shock and this makes Danny happy. Little did he know someone else done made it to his floor.
Yeah, it's you.
Now, after slicing up Danny, the killer tells Rachel to get running so he can chase after her. But since Rachel is still in shock and showing no emotion, the killer loses interest and just leaves the room. With both parents gone, Rachel loses the will to live and catches up to the killers to ask one thing.
What?
Well, mister, if you would, kill me, please.
Now, this is basically how the story kicks off with the main characters being Rachel and Zach the killer, with an interesting plot of Zach promising to take Rachel's life, but only if she helps get him out of the building. Now, I'm not going to spoil, but there is a big reason that Rachel is here in the first place. Even in the first episode, during the bird scene I was referring to earlier, you can see it a little bit. But I suggest you check out the anime if you're interested in thriller, horror, or anything of the like. Especially if you're wondering how Rachel found herself here. But besides that, that's basically it.